shit. Hey, y'all asses up in here. Lord have mercy. This is some crazy shit. Let me play this shit. I want all y'all to look at this damn video. This shit is crazy, man. I had to go live on this one. This is like a 45-minute video. But I want y'all to listen to this damn man. Boy, all of them got issues. But at the same time, while y'all listening to this, look at Nature Boy in the comments. That's how this boy ended up over there. I don't know how the hell I skipped over this or missed this. But this shit here is juicy. Let go.
On this journey has been just... Hold on, let me... Just put healing for right now.
That's not me. That's how this is recorded, y'all.
Fucking like, oh, like this is an issue, like this is big as fuck, like, but it's like at the end of everything, like I've always just been okay at the end, and it's like yeah, like it's time, like it's time for me to really just
I wonder if y'all can see them comments down there.
Cause like I've been like I'm the type, I've helped people a lot before, but I never made time for me to actually like heal myself. So this is one of those things for me.
Look at Nature Boy, so time to heal.
Like where to start? Basically, we could start. All right, so I was born in New York. And stuff. C-section baby. And I was the youngest. out of all my kids, out of all of my reflections, my Babylon family. And it's like I was always like, it was always like an environment. It was just like it was a tough environment. Like it was not really competition, but it was just tough. You know, like if anybody grew up in a struggle, it was just like, you know, you had to really make do with what you had and stuff like that. And we lived in an apartment building with my cousins and stuff. We lived in an apartment building, and my cousins, they lived across the like around the corner. For a fact. So like we lived around the corner. They lived around the corner from me in the apartment building and stuff. And fucking like this around this time I'm 7, right? So this is like the first incident. Basically what I'm about to explain is how I have sexual demons. I have sexual demons that I'm about to address, basically. So I'm about to just let it out. So basically, like when I was seven, my cousin, my boy cousin, like he came over, they would come over and play, and these are my cousins, like these are basically my cousin brothers, like they were close and shit. So it's like they would come over and play and stuff, and I always felt like for me, like I would always just allow people to bully me. Not really, like I just allow people to just push me around and stuff like that, and I would just let people get away with shit or whatever. But this is me now. Like, so when I was 7, and shit, like my cousin, he came to my apartment. We was just chilling and stuff. So we went in the kitchen type shit. We went in the kitchen and like that. This is the first. It's the first interaction, like my first like sex experience, I guess. Like fucking, like we started, like I forgot what happened. Like he just started humping. We just started humping and shit. We started humping, and then next thing we know, like his fucking pants is down and shit, and fucking I'm sucking dick. Like, so yeah, so I'm sucking that shit. It's like I'm just like I'm just like,
oh my god,
what the fuck is happening? Like it's just happening type shit. Like I'm just going with the flow.
Then he moving his head, talking about just going with the flow.
I'm doing that, and then so I'm doing that,
He talking about how he was sucking his cousin dick.
Like, the shit, like, when I was doing it, it felt like I was just like this is new. Like, this, what the fuck? Like, it was just so, like, I was really just going with it, you know? So the next thing you know, I turn over and we start having sex.
Wow.
Sex for not that long though. It was quick and shit. You feel me? I love myself too. Clear to Christ. But yeah,
look at nature boy all in his comments.
Stuff. And after that, like I remember we was done. Like, cause my mom, she was like in the room. Like we was in the kitchen and my mom was in her room, right?
That ain't it, y'all. That is not it.
Alright, we gonna get these demons out, y'all. Help me out. Right? So my mom was in the room and shit. It's just like the whole time, like it's not really shock. I'm just like what the fuck?
I don't know how I missed this video.
This happened, okay. So I go in, so we done in the kitchen, we had sex and shit. Like I finished sucking his dick. We had sex and I go into the bathroom. Like he left, went to his house, went to his apartment around the corner. And that's when I went into the bathroom and like so
then he talking about you wild brave to do that. Nature boy, you ain't shit, boy.
So yeah, I went into the bathroom and my fucking asshole is like it's like bleeding. It's not like leaking blood, but it's like a little dab. Like I had wipes in between. I had wipes in between my crack. The shit was a little bloody. Like I'm not gonna front. The nigga was, how old was I? I was 7. How old was he at that time? 12. I have to say 12. So it was like he had a bigger penis than my asshole. I can say that.
Hey,
so my shit is leaking. Not leaking, it's bloody and shit. So nah, for real. So I'm bloody. I wipe and shit, and like while I'm doing that, my mom, like it's like she had a sixth sense. It's like she kind of knew, but she ain't really exposed nothing. She's like Ishmael. That's my Babylon name. That was my Babylon name at the time. She's like, Ishmael, come here. She's like, what you was doing? What you was doing? I was like, nothing. And like that was like that at that moment right there, I could have told the truth. I could have just been like, yo, like we did this, that, and third, stuff like that. But I was just like, no, like we was just playing, like we wasn't doing nothing and stuff. She was like, and like she always had this look, like when she knew something, she would always like give me this look, like that, right? So yeah, so
this is Caliber, y'all.
So I told her no and shit. Like we wasn't doing nothing, and ever since that day, it's just like I always suppressed that shit, right? I always suppressed it, and it was like, cause I'm a Capricorn moon, so it's like I put shit like deep. I put shit in a box, and I really don't address shit. And I'll say I'm okay. I'll just go along with it. I'll just say like fuck it, like keep it pushing. But like now that I'm thinking about it, that shit was like.
This is Caliber the Christ, who over there with Nature Boy. I don't know who wrote it, but I just seen it in the comments. I'm just listening, y'all. I'm sorry.
Like, it was a catalyst for other thoughts type shit. Like it was a catalyst for other thoughts, right? So ever since then, I just like put it in a box, right? So after that moment, like shit just started happening. Like, I remember one time, like one of my perfections, he was staying over at our crib. He was younger than us. He was younger than me. He was like 2 or 3 years younger than me and shit. And this is probably when I'm like 9. This is like either 4th or 5th grade. I'm in 4th or 5th grade. I think he's in 3rd or 4th. Like he wasn't too close. So I remember he was staying over. From time to time. And I remember one time, like we were sleeping, and I started humping him type shit. I started humping him, and like my brother seen us. right? My brother seen us, and he was just like, yo, what the fuck? And my brother, if I'm 9, 10 at the time, he's 11, 12, or 13, right? So he's like, what the fuck? He started hitting on me and shit, and fucking like, I'm just like, oh shit, like I don't know, like it was just like, it was just an urge, and I got the urge, and I was just doing it. We was just doing that shit. So that shit happened. Boom. So next morning from after that incident, my fucking my dad had woke me up with a bat. Like he had tapped me on the head with a bat and shit. Like we all went out to eat. Like we don't even go out to eat for breakfast. Like that's the type of family we was. We was gutter. Like we don't go out to eat for breakfast. We went out to eat to Burger King, some shit, and we was just talking about the shit. He was like, I think my mom's like, are you okay? Or some shit like that. I'm like, yeah, like what the fuck? She's like, oh, you can't do that. Like you can't really do that shit. So now it's like I got that program. I'm kind of like, yo, it's like that gay shit. I'm not really homophobic. But I just always like I kind of just stayed away from it type shit. Not too much after that, right? So fast forward to like.
Yeah, Nature Boy talking about shit was normal as hell.
Another demon, sex demon. It's like with my other cousins.
Nasty
From my mom's side. That sex demon was with. Yeah, for a fact, like yeah, like yeah, I used to hump on my cousins and shit, all that shit. Like fucking, you know, it's like you experiment and shit. You just, cause it's like you don't got nobody else to do it with. You feel me? You experiment. So I remember like I used to go to my aunt's house. My aunt's house, she used to live in like a white neighborhood, like and shit. Like we lived in the projects, and they lived like out east. In the fucking,
you can say everybody done it. You fucking lie, bitch.
So fucking like yeah. So we used to have like humping sessions and shit. Like we used to tag. I feel like a lot of people can relate to this shit though. Like we used to play tag and shit, and fucking just like whoever would be hiding with us and shit. Like hide and go seek. We'll play hide and go seek, and we'll just be humping and shit. Like me and my girl cousins and shit. So I remember it was one time like fucking, like this is with my older cousin, and this is like.
Damn, wait a minute, he don't name like 3 times already. This motherfucker just sick as hell.
Like this is like the main sex demon that I'm about to get into. For a fact. You know, yeah, that's for a fact, like yeah, like that shit. Like you get urges, my nigga, and that shit just, you know, fucking express yourself. But you know, like this society makes you feel guilty for shit. This society makes you feel like, oh, you shouldn't be doing this. This is not normal. This is not whatever. And they just, you know, they give it a bad rap. But anyway, for a fact, I'm here to inspire others, chief. But yeah, so yeah, we used to play like basically hide and go get it and shit, and fucking so yeah, so like this is like one of my main shits. Like this is one of my shit that's been weighing heavy on me for a long time. So fucking so yeah, so now this is with another older cousin, but now it's with a girl cousin, right? Now this is some crazy. It's basically boom. It's with my 3 cousins. It's the youngest, which was the boy. The second youngest, she was the same age as me. She was a girl, and the oldest, she was like the same age as my older brother. She was like 2-3 years older than me. She was like 3 years.
Nigga said run and go home.
She was like 3 years older than me, type shit. Right? So I just started from the youngest to the oldest. So like me and the boy cousin, like we used to hump and shit. Like we had our quote unquote like hump sessions and shit. Like it was been times like
yes,
we pull each other
he was all up in this boy line.
Play with each other shit, like stuff like that. And I remember it was a stretch. It was a stretch where me and the youngest, like me and because we were both the boys in the house basically, and we used to go like to the one that was my age, and we used to like have hump sessions with her and shit. For real, for a fact. Right, so like we used to like have hump sessions with her and shit, and fucking yeah, so like yeah, we used to play with her, but that shit like it kind of willowed away from her. Now this is where like it really gets like deep for me type shit. So now with the oldest one, the one that was 2-3 years older than me, like this shit is crazy because it's like we used to have, like, she was more like aggressive with it type shit. Like all the girls' cousins, like they used to like play like they was knocked out, or play like they was like sleep or some shit, or like whatever. And then me and the boy cousin would just, you know, like play with them and shit, play with like their butts and vaginas and shit like that. So I remember one time like we was wrestling, like me, the youngest cousin, the youngest boy cousin, we was wrestling the oldest cousin, the sister, right? We was wrestling the oldest, like we was like having like pillow fights and shit, a pillow fight and stuff. Like,
said we do
like
what
the shit,
feel
like
good.
now I'm looking at it, the shit was so like, the shit was fucking like, alright, come on now, like, you want the shit. Like we knew what the fuck we was doing as kids basically. Like I remember one time we fake smuggled her. We fake like smuggled her face and the shit. Yeah. But not yet. Like we fake smuggled in and shit. Oh yeah. Send this to different reflections and shit. You feel me? Like you know, share this live. But yeah, back to the story. But boom, all right. So we used to like smuggle and shit. Like we smuggled her with the pillow, and then fucking like she fucking we smuggled her with the pillow, and she was like playing like she was knocked out type shit. Like we put the pillow on her face for like fucking 5 seconds, my nigga. We put the pillow on her face for like 5 seconds. She acted like she was knocked the fuck out. So like when she would be knocked out after we do shit like that, we would like just hump on her and shit. Like we used to whip our shit out, just like smacking on her face and shit, like smacking on her butt and stuff. So then eventually like the boy cousin like stopped. She like,
all right, boo.
Like he just fell off and did it, and he just fell off with it, and like me, I kept on like doing this shit, like because the shit was just like it was like a high. Word. Right? Like it was like a high type shit. Like it was like, damn, like this is sex? Like the fuck? Like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like this I'm just experimenting. Like I'm really just experimenting. So fucking so yeah. Nah, that's a fact. So yeah, right?
Ugh.
So fucking so we just experimenting and shit. But yeah, so we were just experimenting and shit. But yeah, so the boy cousin, the youngest cousin, he like got out of the picture eventually, and now it's just like me doing it with the older cousin type shit, right? So it'll be times like the shit was so fucking funny, my nigga, cause it's like it'll be like I used to sleep like on the couch and shit, right?
It's funny.
I used to sleep like on the couch and shit. And fucking like she used to sleep like downstairs. So I'll fuck around, I'll make a noise on the step or some shit, like let her know like it's late night type shit, I'm ready, motherfucker, like let's get it. So like I just make a noise on the step, like act like I'm downstairs. I used to come in her room, like peek my head in, like what's up, like now I'm like, yo, let's have sex and shit. But I used to like just show my presence to be like, yo, I'm up, it's late night, I'm up and shit, like and then I used to just leave the room and some shit. And then next thing you know, like fucking 2 minutes later, she was wide the fuck awake not too long ago though. Exactly. Right? So she was wide the fuck awake fucking not but 2 minutes ago, but now I go back down 2 minutes later, she knocked the fuck out. Right? So she knocked out. So this is when it's like it gets more motherfucking serious, like So now, she used to be like fake sleep. That's when I used to like go up in there. I used to go up, pull her pants down and shit. I used to play with it. And then like I just started like sticking that shit in there. I started having sex with her and shit. And like she still like pretending sleep and shit. You know how I could know she was awake? You know how I know she was woke? Fucking, it'll be times where like I used to stick my shit in her mouth. Like I used to stick my shit in her mouth and shit. But it's like it'll be times like I had it to a certain position. Like I'll open that shit. I'll open her mouth before I stick it in there. And then fucking she'll her, I guess her jaw will get tired or some shit, and like she'll kind of start biting down, but then she'll fix her mouth. She'll fix it. Like she'll fix it. Like she'll know that teeth is on my dick, and then like she'll fucking she'll fucking adjust her fucking jaw. Like and I'm like, all right. Like in the back of my head, I'm just like, all right, she's awoke. She know what the fuck going on. So yeah, so that went on. That went on for like 2-3 summers, I guess. Like 2-3 summers. And then like, and this is the same cousin. This is the same cousin, like the oldest cousin that I was like having sex with when she was asleep. Like this is the same one. She used to she used to like tell me all of her stories. Like we was always like attracted. This is before we even started humping or anything. Like she was always like around me and shit. Like she used to just tell me like all types of shit. Like, oh, is she like she had her own like pet name for me type shit. Like I could tell like she used to be attracted to me in some type of way. Like it was like she used to like just tell me shit. She used to hold me, hug me and shit like that. And like every time something went wrong, she used to tell me all her sex stories, like when she went to college and shit. Right? So now like when we started like having like real sex, like instead of like the humping and shit. Exactly. Right? So when we used to hump and shit, that was like when I was like 12, 13. But when I turned 14, like that was when the shit got real. Like that's when I really started pants down. I'm having sex with her and shit, and fucking like she's wet up. Fucking, I'm sticking my shit in her mouth. I'm talking about I used to stay there for like summers. I used to do that shit multiple nights in a row. Like yeah, right. So then fucking so that's when like she went to college. She went to college and shit. And like she had this friend. Like her friend, I don't know. Like I feel like her friend was the one that planted the seed of like I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it, y'all. I'm gonna get to it, right? Stay with me.
I'm telling Ilya on
right?
the fake sleep.
So we did what we did that summer. We did what we did. This is like 2014, cause I remember I was in New York, and then I moved down to South Carolina and shit. So like, I moved from New York to South Carolina, 2014, right? I moved there 2014, and then and then that's when I went up there. I moved there February 2014, and then I went back up to New York that summer of 2014, and that was like the last time. We like started having sex. That was the last time that I had sex with her while she was pretending sleep, right? So then that's around the time she graduated. She graduated that summer. Like that was So she went off to college and shit. And so like she's like now when she's in college, she's telling me all her stories and shit. Like, oh, I used to do this, that, and the third, da da da. Oh yeah, and then like when we used to have sex and shit, fucking like the next morning type shit, cause we used to sit like right across from each other and like to eat breakfast and shit in the morning at the table, and like she'll always just, it's the same vibe type shit. It's the same vibe. Like I'm looking at her like, damn, like does she know? Like does she know that we just did this shit? Like, but it's like the same vibe. Like it wasn't no weird shit. Like it was never no weird shit type shit, right? So fucking so yeah, she went up to college. She's telling me all her sex stories and shit about like her one night stands and stuff like that. And then fucking when was this shit? I'm trying to pinpoint the exact date when this shit happened. But anyway, like fucking she had this friend. She had came down She came down to South Carolina because she was in school in North Carolina. She came down to South Carolina to visit type shit. Whew! She came down from South Carolina to visit type shit. And like the vibe was like it was like she kind of was like not embracing it, but she was just like she was just like this real open with me more. Like I don't know what it was. Like I remember we was dropping her off. We was dropping her off back at school, and like she was like she would be like Ishmael, like like it was just a vibe. It was just a vibe that I was getting. I was like, damn, because it's been a minute. It's been a minute since like we did the shit. So it was like she just gave up that vibe. Like I remember she was sitting next to me in the car, and like she kind of scooted the shit, scooted her butt like towards my lap type shit. Anyway, right? Okay.
What?
So fucking
This man just said life is a dream with a dick in your mouth that you don't know is there. That damn nature boy is sick as fuck. Boy, I tell you.
So yeah. So yeah, we dropped her off. We dropped her off at school with her friend and shit.
Boy, I tell you.
And the next thing you know, this is when the motherfucking reality just fucking twitched. Like fucking I remember I'm asleep. I'm not asleep. I'm sleeping in my room like nap time. It's like evening around where you would probably eat supper or some shit. Fucking mom walk in the room. I ain't never thought this day was gonna come. I'm like, shit, she ain't tell this far. She ain't say nothing this far about what we've been doing. And shit, I'm clear. Like, I fucking take this shit to the grave. Fucking mom walk in the room. I can hear my aunt on the phone, my nigga. I can hear my aunt on the phone just blacking like, your son, like, you know how you can hear somebody screaming on the phone? My mom walk in the room. She like, my cousin name was Deja, right?
Right? And he's saying the good name and every damn thing.
My mom walk in the room. She like, Ishmael. I was like, huh? Like I kind of knew it was I was in trouble for some shit. I just didn't know what it was. She was like, Ishmael. I was like, huh? She was like, did you and Deja do anything sexual? Did y'all have any sexual intercourse that like she made it mad crisp to make it seem like I couldn't, like I can't even say nothing but either the truth or a lie type shit. She was like, yeah, did y'all do anything, anything? I'm just like, I'm beating, my heart beating on my fucking chest, my nigga. I'm just like, yo, I was like, no. Like when I said that shit, the whole shit, I was just like, damn. Cause my mom always used to tell me, like, what you do gonna come to the light. Whatever you do in the dark gonna come to the light. And I'm like, damn, as soon as I said this shit, I'm just like, damn, this shit real. Like, yo, like, cause alright, so this is why she came to the room. Basically, Deja, the one I was having sex with, she was like, she claimed that I was raping her, right? She told her mom, and this is why I say she had to have somebody in her ear, cause I'm thinking like it's like her friend, like she had that vibe, her friend in college, she had the vibe of like it wasn't, I could sense her energy, it wasn't pure, my nigga, and it was like, cause this is the same girl, like I gave her friend a hickey basically, right? I gave her friend a hickey. And then I remember as soon as I gave her the hickey, this is when what's her name, right? She came down to visit to South Carolina, and like when she brought her friend was Ariana, some shit like that. I don't know if I should be saying names.
Duh, dummy.
Oh, fuck it. But anyway, she brought her friend. She brought her friend and shit, and like I gave her friend a hickey. And then like, as soon as I was done giving her the hickey and shit, like my mom came and like fucking almost got caught with the shit, didn't get caught. But I gave her a hickey, and like when I did that shit, I was like hooked. I was like, damn, like I want her type shit. Like She looked good. She looked good as fuck. Like, I'm like, damn, I ain't never had nobody like that before and shit. And that's crazy because, like, my older cousin, the girl, she was in the fucking room while I'm giving the other girl a hickey type shit. And it's just like, and these are older women too. So it's like, these are older girls. They freshmen in college, and I am in 10th grade. Yeah, I'm in 10th grade, right, going on 11th. So I'm just like, damn, like, these college hoes, like, damn, I'm lit. Like, fucking, shit, I just gave one a hickey type shit. So I called my brother. He was in New York because they was going to New York after they came to visit from South Carolina. They was going to New York, and I remember I told my brother, I was like, yo, bro, I just gave that so-and-so a hickey type shit. Yo, bro, I'm not gonna front, like, she coming up there, my nigga, don't fuck her type shit. Don't fuck her. I was really hooked type shit. Like, I got Leo energy type shit. I want what's mine type shit. So I was already claiming that shit. I'm like, yo, bro, don't fuck her, da da da. But anyway, like, I'm just explaining, like, I'm just giving you what the fuck is going on with her friend type shit. Like, this is, like, it's gonna lead to my point. So I gave her a hickey, and she went right up to New York. And fuck my brother type shit. Like, I'm not saying I don't got nothing against hoes. I don't got nothing against women that are sexually active. You feel me? I don't have nothing against none of that. It's just like you just put two and two together. It's like, all right, like you like to have sex and shit too. It's like, I already know what type of time you want and shit. You feel me? So fucking So yeah, so she did that, and I remember my brother sent me a video. Like this shit is so crazy. Like, my cousin is a freak. Like, she's a freak, my nigga. My brother sent me a video of my cousin eating out her friend. Like, he was fucking her friend, and my cousin that I used to have sex with was eating her out, like, right in front of him type shit. I'm like, damn, like, I never seen her this open type shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, so basically, like, she was turning, like, bisexual, lesbian. Right? So basically, my cousin was jacking. She was, like, bisexual, lesbian at a point. And then, like, she was fucking with my friend.
If that nigga don't stop damn spin, I know something.
Now, this is why I said it was a bug planted in her ear. Because basically, it's like, they in a whole relationship, basically. Like, they eating each other out. Like, they got their little thing going on and shit. And basically, it's like ever since she came into her life type shit, she was always just on a whole, it was a different type of time type shit. She was on a different type of time with me, my cousin. But anyway, right, so basically, yeah, so she claimed rape. And I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? Like, nah, my nigga, like, I'm not that type of dude. Like,
yes, you will. You raped and you stuck your dick in her mouth.
And fucking, like, I remember, like, cause I'm not that type of dude, but I am, like, I'm a sexual person type. So
if you didn't ask her and she didn't say yes or no, you raped her.
That shit's coming right now. I remember fucking, like, when I was, like, 9 or shit, like, I remember it was a younger girl this time. She was, like, 7 or some
life
shit.
Is
7
Lord
or 6
Jesus.
or some shit. And I was, like, playing with her. Like, I ain't do no penetration and no shit. Like, not no pedophile shit. But, like, I was fucking with her and shit. But that was, like, one incident and shit. And what else happened? Yeah, like, fucking, so that happened when I was, like, 9 too. Like,
listen to him. You keep coughing that shit up.
It was a lot of sex. So yeah, so she claimed rape, and ever since that shit happened 2015. So it's like 3 years now. That shit happened 2015. I do the hoes always try to be hoes, and for a fact, right? So that happened 2015, and it's like, ever since then, like, I could do good in anything, or fucking accomplish some shit, or that shit really fucked with my mental. Like, I just allowed that shit to fuck with me. Like, I turned that shit into a demon. Like, that shit really became a shadow of me, right? And I was just like, yo, like, no matter what I do, like, I'ma always be like a fucking rapist, my nigga. I'ma always just be this fucked up person, like, but I know I'm not fucked up, my nigga. I know I'm not fucked up. And,
oh,
like,
you fucked up, alright.
I'll just always just somehow just put two and two together I'll convince myself that I wasn't wrong for what I did, but then it's just like this self-doubt. This self-doubt used to always get me every time. Used to get me every time. Nigga, no, nigga, you ain't who you say you are. Nigga, you a fucking rapist. You a fucking da-da-da. Like, nigga, you fucking gay. Nigga, you all of this shit, right? So boom, fast forward, I went up, fast forward. So yeah, that was that situation. I'm gonna come back to that, right? Facts. Facts, Nubian. Facts, Nubian. Exactly. Right? So I fucking, so yeah, so I'm gonna come back to the rape situation, because that's bring it back up to date. But so now, another sex demon, it wasn't really like a sex demon, it's just like, I just tried it just to try it. Like, I had sex with a man before type shit. Like that shit, like that experience alone, I was just like, cause I'm the type of nigga, I'ma just try this shit. Like, I really just, I remember, right? Like fucking, like in South Carolina, before, like when I moved, I was in South Carolina, right?
He's stuttering like here. He can't even get it out.
Oh boy, for a fact, I'm God. For a fact. And like, yeah, like, let's fucking get it. I'm so thankful for Chief, my nigga. I'm thankful for you, Chief. I'm not gonna cap. I'm thankful. But anyway, right? So yeah, right? So I moved back to New York. I moved back to New York to like do some rap shit. I was gonna be like a Babylon rapper. I was telling my parents like, oh, I'm gonna fucking get you a house. I'm gonna come back with fucking trucks. We're gonna move you out the hood. That type of shit. So I left South Carolina, went to New York on my own type shit. And fucking like my living situation was fucked up and stuff. Like, I was quote unquote homeless and stuff. So this is last year 2017. This is last year 2017. Fucking yeah, this is last year 2017. I left for New York December 10th, 2017. Boom. And when I went up there, like that month I had sex with a dude, I think. Right, but this how it happened. Like, I wasn't getting no play. For a minute. Like, I was going through a drought, my nigga. Like, I'm talking about when I was in college type shit. Like, I used to fuck. Anyway, I used to have a lot of sex, and I was in a drought, basically, right? That's a fact, man. Never alone. But yeah, so I was basically in a drought and shit. I'm just like, yo, like I'm to a point I'll buy a fucking prostitute, my nigga. I'll pay for you. I'll pay for some sex, man. Fuck it. Like, I'm talking about, I'm beating my shit every day, multiple times a day. Like, it's a fucking, I'm going through a phase right now. Like, damn, like, I used to get so much play on nigga. Now I'm getting shit. Like, nobody's fucking fucking me right now. I try to hit up anybody. Nobody trying to give me none. And shit, I'm just going through a drought. So fucking, I'm on Craigslist, right? I'm on Craigslist and shit. And it's like, I used to watch gay porn. I used to watch all types of porn type shit, like transvestite porn. I used to watch fucking mom porn. I used to watch sleeping porn. All types of weird shit, right?
Wow.
Right? So I'm like my mind is just so fucking it's all over the place type shit, right? So I'm on Craigslist type shit. This is like right before Craigslist fucking ended too. I remember that shit. I tried to go on Craigslist after this shit, like looking for somebody. So like this is like a week or 2 or 3 weeks while I'm in New York when I landed and shit, right? But yeah, right. So I landed and I'm just looking on shit, and I'm looking at the fucking personal, what's that shit called? Personal, it's like some personal shit, fuck it, I can't even think of the name right now. But anyway, it's like some fucking shit where you just meet up, you can have sex with just anybody, whoever just want to have sex. It's just like a sex party that's on Craigslist. So I go to that shit, I go to that shit. I go first. Like, I used to have a whole shit. I actually just watch. I used to just go on that shit just to like fucking just to. Nah, yeah, I'm pretty honest with my shit. But nah, yeah, I used to just go on that shit just to look. Like, it was just like always a fantasy of mine before I really like vibe to that shit. Like, I used to just look, just like, damn, like these are real people. Like, cause like when like the porn was more fantasy for me, but like this shit was like, damn, these are real people that I could hit up for sex, or nigga, for free. Like, damn, I used to just go through the photos of the different women, and I used to go through the men, then I used to go through the transvestite. I used to just go through all of that shit. So then one day I'm at my aunt's crib. This is last year, and I'm just like, yo, like, I'm about to just try this shit. Like, fuck it. Like, I'm having these thoughts. I'm having these like gay thoughts type shit. I'm just like, yo, like, I'm about to just try this shit. Like, fuck it, my nigga. Like, and it's like I already had sex before, so it's like I just wanted to try it. So I fucking hit this dude up. And he was just like, yo, what the fuck is good? Like, he's talking crazy. Like, he must have done this shit a lot. So fucking, he said for free? Nah, yeah, for the free. But nah, yeah, so.
Stop spinning, fool. That shit is getting to me.
Maybe I just posted the fucking, the categories though. But nah, yeah, right? So fucking, so yeah, so I go to his crib. And we have sex type shit. That shit was quick. That shit was quick as fuck. Like, that shit was like, I remember I came in the crib. Like, the shit was crazy. It wasn't even his crib that I went into. Like, it was like he was staying downstairs and the owners of the house was in the crib while we did this shit. Like, the shit was just weird. Like, came through the back, side door type shit. Fucking just came in there. I went in there, fucking pulled my pants down, started sucking my shit. I'm just looking in the mirror like, is this shit fucking happening right now, man? Like, what? Damn, did I really just do this shit? And I'm just like, yo, like, fuck it, I'm about to just go into this shit. Boom. So I did what I did. After he sucked my dick, I fucked him. I busted everything. And like after that shit, I'm just walking type shit. I'm just walking, and I'm like, yo, like, this is not for me. Like, I was just like, damn, like, I did this shit. I don't know, like, this shit just not for me, man. For a fact, but yeah, so I remember I texted him, like, right after that shit, I was just like, yo, I'm not gonna front, like, I'm not gay. It's not for me. Like, I was so polite with this shit too. I was like, thank you for the pleasure, but I don't think this is for me type shit. He was like, well, but you bust though. Like, I was like, yeah, but I mean, nigga, I bust. I do a lot of shit, nigga. But yeah, so I was just like, nah, it's not for me and shit. And like basically, like we broke up after that. Like we just was like we just went our separate ways and shit. And so ever since then, it was just like I would get thoughts of shit. Like I would get thoughts of like, yo, bro, nigga, you gay, my nigga, you did this, that, and the third. Cause I ain't never told nobody, but another reflection of mine that was here, like my right hand man in New York type shit. I ain't tell nobody, right? Except for him, type shit. And come to find out, he went through the same shit as me. The shit was so fun. The shit is crazy because like I'm doing this shit on live, and it's crazy because I remember when I first exposed the shit to my right hand man before anybody else. The shit was like he was going through the same shit. And it's funny how I'm seeing people commenting as they're going through the same shit. Like, but the shit was always gonna happen. Anyway, so yeah, so I did that. I did have sex with a homosexual man before. I had homosexual acts. And now fucking with my cousin and shit, like that shit come around. I remember I was gonna fucking like, this is how I know I wasn't wrong. Cause knowing me, I fucking blame myself for the rape shit so much that it got to a point where I really just typed out a whole paragraph for her type shit. Like, I was like, yo, my nigga, like, if you feel that I did anything to you, like, I'm sorry, if or anything that you're going through or some shit. Like, I typed out a whole paragraph. Like, that's the type of nigga I am type shit. Like, you could fuck me up, and I'll be sorry for taking an ass open or some shit. Like, that's the type of nigga I was. Like, I wrote her a whole paragraph, and I was like, and I sent it at first, but then I just deleted it because it didn't feel right type shit. I'm like, yo, what? I don't know. Like, I still don't feel like it's over type shit. So I deleted the message. You heard? Oh, what's good, boy? Shit, I'm on live right now. I'm gonna get back at you. Alright, bet. But yeah, so yeah. You're still no marks to insurance. Facts, I love myself. But yeah, so I sent a paragraph like basically like apologizing for what I did and shit, and I was just like, yo, like I'm sorry if I did anything to you, like if I fucking made you feel this way, like, but I'm like as I'm doing this shit, I'm just like, yo, something don't feel right. It don't feel right at all. Like me apologize. I'm thinking this is gonna be the end of it. But I sent it, and I was just feeling like, nah, like this shit is not. It's not supposed to go like this. It's not. So yeah, so it's just like, yo, man.
All right, y'all. That is the end of it. This shit here is fucking crazy. Oh my god. I don't want them to see. Hold on. I don't want y'all to see that. Hold on.
Aya, I guess that's her name.
My damn Facebook.
Yeah, I'm trying to, what the people might know about.
Boy, if this ain't some crazy shit, man, that was my first time ever seeing it and watching that with y'all, so I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and end this live because I want to go back and listen to this shit again, and I seen some